50 years after this world will be dead. That's the moment I realized there was more people locked up and incarcerated in the free world than it was in the jail. So I said, everybody out here asleep? Everybody worried about who winning and who not, and on Instagram marketing and all this weird shit. Listen, either you're gonna be a fan in the stands or you're gonna be on the floor. Getting 38 night. See, because there's two types of people in the stands. You got fans and you got haters.
And I realized that a lot of us had been lied to. We had glorified the wrong things and we had thought the wrong things had value.
Like I tell you, I wasn't in jail, I was in Yale. I wasn't in prison, I was in Princeton. I wasn't in state pen, I was in Penn State. Listen, let me tell you something, black people. Stop letting other black people that's inferior and don't feel so good about yourself telling you not to pop it and not to live the life that you want to live. Power owns the truth. They dictate what is truth and what is not. When you don't have the power, it's not, you're not even in the game of any truth in the courtroom. We get power when we come together, we start loving each other.
That every single person plays a very important role, even if your role is setting the table.
Who gonna lead with connections and relationships and network and move around this country and connect with people with different resources, different outlooks? Who gonna do that? That's what it's about.
Salute to every one of y'all that's got y'all boots in, y'all knuckles on the ground. You know what I mean? But this is about big unity.
Stand up if you're a black man and you was incarcerated. Stand up for me real quick. I'm gonna give y'all some things. Stand up, please.
We are on the menu, right? They're talking about us.
We build communities. We send kids to college. We pay for homes. Right. Think about that. We people retirement plans. All of them brothers, all of us brothers, we built whole fucking communities because this is what happened. We was giving up that street dedication. White man coming up, going to the farm. Excuse me. I like to lease this land. How long? 30 years. Then the trucks come in. Y'all seen it, the 18-wheelers. And they start putting the prison together like Legos. Then they bring us from one prison to another. Where the fuck no planet we on? We still beefing with dudes about a street corner where nobody mom even owned a crib on that joint? And for the houses that was owned, as soon as Big Mama died, y'all sold the house. Stop asking people about dreams that been clipped their wings off, being afraid to fly. Start going after your dream and see that shit. Don't just listen. The dream is not no thing to talk. You don't take the dream on a date. You don't kick it with a date. You don't text the dream. You make love to the dream. You marry the dream. You gotta marry this shit.
In that order.
And you gotta go at it every day. Don't worry about the family member that's telling you you're doing too much. Stop asking people for advice that never did the shit that you're trying to get into. Love, let me tell you something. Love and business is two different things.
Look, this is the eye of the trenches.
Shooting with my boy Young Will, man. Eyes of the trenches, man.
Eye of the trenches with us, man.
I'm shooting with Eye of the trenches, man. Young Will, man.
That's the eye of the trenches, baby.
You know, you feel me? You're one of Chicago's finest gated community.
Trenches with Eye of the trenches. Big Snoop Dogg, I came to show some love. Unified.
We outside.
You say we outside? Where we at, man? Where we at?
You heard? Who we with? Who we with?
Eye of the trenches.
I love everything you doing, bro. I promise.
Love you more, brother, yeah?
You got the city, man.
Shout out to, Eye of the Trenches, man. You know who I'm shooting with, the Eye of the Trenches.
The real eye of the trenches is the eye of Almighty God.
We got the Eye of the trenches out here.
We know that.
Shout out Young Will, Eye of the trenches.
Eye of the Trenches, you know that?
The eye of the trenches, he the eye of these trenches where he grew up at.
Got the eye of the trenches, in the trenches, we in the trenches. I ain't supposed to be in the trenches.
Man, y'all in the trenches, this shit's self-explanatory. Shout out Young Will, man. Keep your eye on your trail.
How you coming? Where we at with it?
We in the city, you know.
Where we at with it? Where we at?
Middle of the slum, we on the sick. You know what I'm saying? Detroit.
We in the eye of the trenches with it, you hear me? Shout out to
You say this Eye of the trenches? Well, this is Eyes of the future right here.
Man, live in the trenches, live on the block.
Changing the thought when you see a bunch of men rallied up because we coming here in love.
Get up here, bro.
Shut up, because he makes sure that they see the good stuff we doing. He makes sure that this go out to the world, that this gets seen, folks. Because like he say, all the fighting, all that negative stuff getting broadcast. He makes sure that he the eye, folks. On me, make sure all this get broadcast.
One thing that I'm personally grateful for is that we got a young brother like you that's not only preaching the message, but showing the world that we can be greater than what we once were.
I gotta say, all praise is due to God.
I like this for my community, but we need to see more of this.
Media is powerful because media is information. Whoever controls the information controls the people.
That's the worst.
to see your child laid out on the internet?
Something moved me just to say a prayer. And the prayer was for God to let me out of prison before my mother died.
This is the eye of the trenches.
Started off just shooting music videos, but I transitioned into doing what I'm doing now. That consists of vlogs, just recap videos, you name it, I pretty much do it with the camera.
When you say the trenches now, you got a lot of what we call old heads in there, so they may not understand exactly what you mean, though, so you got to break that down.
So the trenches, well, that's our way of calling it the hood. Well, the communities we're from, we call it the trenches, because just we in war. Just like them people at Vietnam, they got to get in the trenches, but that's the real trenches right here in America.
Look, this is the eye of the trenches.
Hard work and sacrifices that y'all made, brought y'all, led y'all right here, right here to the heart, man. You're gonna be so impressed and glad that you did. Atlantic City, right outside the Atlantic Ocean, yo.
Subscribe.
Okay.
Real dead. Gonna see that's the Atlantic Ocean right there.
We going out there?
You heard me? You should. You want to take them out there, man. If you've never been, you want to go and get some of that ocean therapy.
Okay.
You ain't gotta go in all full scale diving and like that. But just the air that comes off that joint, the mist, just yo, bro, the feel, the fucking sand. Yo, today's a little damp, but tomorrow it's gonna be a little. The sun that's out there, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Our brothers
and when we
coming in
double back
too.
at the end of the day, at the end of the conference, y'all tell me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all Thursday, you know, we doing a whole Save Unity march through Peace Walk through the whole city.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we saw
you seen that? You seen it? I was hoping you saw it. I thought you got eyes like me.
No, Big Bro saw it.
Big Bro, you see it? You see that? You represent. Millionaire bags got big unity on this shit, bro. You just connected with damn near 100 cities across the nation. Where we at right now?
Yeah.
This is Atlantic City, New Jersey. The Pull Up in Peace conference out here. Second annual. I'm Brother 18 Mitchell Man from proud Brooklyn, New York, one of the conveners and founders of this conference alongside so many others. And we just ecstatic that Big Unity made its way here this year. We could not ask for a better partner from around the nation. Salute to every one of y'all that's got y'all boots in, y'all knuckles on the ground. You know what I mean? But this is about Big Unity, y'all. You're gonna see this whole shit, the whole nation has come together for these next couple of days. And I can't wait to see the outcome. Yo, it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
Don't know me, I am Yandy Smith. I'm super excited to be here with you all. And really, I am just here to lend a face to those that feel like they don't belong in the room. Many people know me from the show that I'm on, or you might know me from my history in the music business and entertainment. But another part of my life is being a mother. I was a wife for a very long time, and I am a concerned community member that cares about the world in which I live in, the community in which I live in, and the people and the culture that I'm a part of. I would say I kind of found my voice with the help of my sister Tamika, because I always was in the room, right? If there was a Trayvon Martin rally, I was there. If Sean Bell rally, I was there. But I never felt like I was a speaker. I never felt like I wanted to be a speaker, or I wanted to be a person that called myself an activist. But what I realized is that every single person plays a very important role, even if your role is setting the table, laying down the tablecloths, pulling up the chairs, handing out the masks, the sanitizers. We all have a role in this movement. And I think I'm here for those that feel like I want to be a part of, but I don't have the degrees. I'm not an attorney. I didn't go to school. I don't have the vernacular. And I'm just here to show you and to tell you that every single member, every single person is a part of this union. You're a part of this family, and your voice, your movement, your activity is important. And it's just about finding what that activity is, because we need all members, we need all parts of this body to work together in unison. And I'm just here to show you that we all need each other, and every single voice is important.
Give Yandy a round of applause. So shout out to everybody. Make some noise in here, done. Make some noise, everybody make some noise. Okay, I need a little energy. My name is Mysone. For those who don't know me, I'm from the Bronx. I'm formerly incarcerated. I'm formerly from the streets. You know, and I realized that those closest to the problem have to be closer to the solution. So after serving 7 years in prison and seeing a lot of young boys, especially young black and brown boys in prison that may never be coming home, some of them are definitely never coming home. And I realized that a lot of us had been lied to. We had glorified the wrong things, and we had thought the wrong things had value. And so when I came back to society, I wanted to retrain and reteach and break down the false narratives that some level of violence was some level of power. You know, the powerful ones are the ones who can stop the violence. When you're a real gangster, you can go to your community and stop people from inflicting violence. You have enough clout, you have enough respect to be able to inflict and impose and actually influence these kids in the right direction. So for the last 10 plus years, that's what I've been doing.
For my sister, I have a question for you. So, you don't have to care about the issues that you care about, work with us in the ways that you do. One, why do you choose to do that? Why is that a decision you made? And two, how powerful is your platform? We often talk about the importance of visibility in this work. How important or how powerful is your platform in being a tool to create change?
I am a viewer and a watcher and a bystander, and have been for so long, seeing all of the atrocities that have happened in our communities. I've had friends that have been wrongfully accused and have gone to jail. I've had, people that have grew up in my neighborhoods that have been pulled over by police, stripped down, patted down, embarrassed with no dignity. And I've watched these things happen in my community, my family. We went through the mass incarceration and really feeling like there was no way to fight what was happening. And when it came and knocked on my door, and I dare say, because I know that 1 in every 4, not even just black men now, women included, will have an interaction with the police force. I felt like I needed a team to help me understand what this political justice system was about. What do you mean that he just needs to take an 8-year plea? He was never there, he didn't do it. What do you mean? I didn't understand it. And it wasn't until it came knocking on my front door that I understood. And knocking on my front door really, I would say, happened with Trayvon Martin. My son at the time, Little Mendici, he loved to wear hoodies. He was an 8-year-old little boy. We could not get him to stop wearing the same hoodie every single day. And at that time, we lived in a predominantly Asian community, and he loved to go downstairs to this little store we had on the corner, and he wanted to go by himself at 7, 8 years old. So, I would stand at the door, watch him go, and I just thought, like, what if my son went to this store and somebody felt the need to follow him around the store, and then after they follow him around the store, because he might look like he took a bottle of water, felt the need to follow him back to me. And then once you come to Big Mama, you already know what's going to go down if you follow my son out the store. So what if that was the end of my day? But it didn't stop there. There I just went to a rally, and I said, let me just be a part of this rally because this is an injustice and I don't like it.
So there's a multi-pronged answer to that. The first part is I come from Hollywood. So there's nothing that somebody can say online, attack, words that can actually harm me. I've been incarcerated for 7 years for a crime I didn't do. I've been around some of the most notorious, dangerous people in the world. So somebody tweeting on the internet talking about me really holds no value to me. And then when I look at the people that I respected throughout history, all of them face the same level of attacks. You talk about Malcolm X, you talk about Huey P. Newton, you talk about Martin Luther King, you talk about Jesus Christ. Like you talk about anybody, they were attacked. And it's because you're doing the right thing. So when I realize that I'm in a company of people that I respect, people who have actually made change, I realize that I'm doing something right because they say if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. If nobody ain't talking, you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. I'm telling the truth, right? As long as I'm telling my truth and I'm living in my truth, what somebody thinks about me is their business. It doesn't even matter to me. I know that I speak for a level of people or people that come from where I come from, and I speak for them properly because when I go to the community that I come from, when I'm surrounded by people that are like-minded like me, I get nothing but respect and love, and I give that same love and respect back. So those attacks are things that you're supposed to take that comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. When you're doing things that are proper, when you're doing things that are honorable, when you're standing in your square, you're speaking truth to power, there will always be attacks. But, they say God gives his toughest battles to the strongest soldiers.
And you, sir, are a strong soldier. Give it up for my brother, my son.
I believe Wallo did 20 years in jail. And now that he's out, he is a multi-millionaire. A lot of brands call on him to talk to their organizations and everyone else. But I wanted to give this conference a treat. Wallo's my friend. And as we say, relationships matter. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, my good friend, Wallo267.
How you coming?
Cut that music, DJ. Turn it all the way on, let's get busy. Now listen, make some noise for yourself. I'm gonna give it to you straight. They say when you go to jail, you're done. Right? Everybody trying to finish you, say you this, that, and the third. But let me just run some accolades down to y'all. I'm a cultural advisor at YouTube. You know that program that y'all play? TV, YouTube? I'm the cultural advisor there. I'm a 2-time New York Times bestseller. A bunch of other stuff I do. I got this little podcast called $1,000,000 in the Game. Some of y'all may have seen, somebody else might not. And I did a bunch of other stuff. Everything I want to do, I do what I want to do out here. Can't nobody stop us, you hear me? Let me just explain something to you. Can't nobody stop us. The only thing that's going to stop you is your mentality and your mindset. See, there's a lot of people out here, y'all did some extraordinary things in the street level. We was in the streets, we was moving, we was grooving. The ingenuity that it takes to get up every day, to go get some money just to get high. The ingenuity that takes. The programming that takes. The mindset that it takes. To get some work all the way from Mexico to here to do what you need to do to take all that stuff that we do, we extraordinary. We engineers. We business people. But it's about the mindset, it's about how do you connect with that. They told me, damn, Wallo, you was in jail, you can't do this and that. I be looking at them now like, how I'm in jail and I'm in Amazon telling them what to do. How I'm in jail, I'm in Google telling them what to do. Because I believe in me. See, it's about that belief system. See, belief is half the battle. Once you believe in yourself, you can win. Some people, what we do is we look at the media and we look at all this marketing they put out there about the black culture, about what we can be, and we start believing it. We sit back and believe, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I came out of jail 37. And I turned it up out here. I did what I wanted to do. I do what I want to do every day. Everything that I wanted, things that I couldn't get in the street level, I got in the corporate level. Because that hustle that we're taught in the inner cities of America can take us to the moon and back. But you gotta believe in it. You got like listen, man, you really gotta believe in it. You gotta believe in your thing. Because like I tell you, I wasn't in jail, I was in Yale. I wasn't in prison, I was in prison. I wasn't in state pen, I was in Penn State. I knew, listen, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I knew I was him. See, hold on. You gotta know that you him, you gotta know that you her. When you look in the mirror, you can't be playing no games. A lot of y'all be downplaying yourself. See, once I was in the penitentiary, my third eye opened, I said, oh, it's more to life. They was lying to us. They were spending us. I understood what time it was. I wasn't in there sitting around, playing games, being tough, claiming a block. I said, no, the world is my playground, so I'm gonna play. I got out here and I play. Every day I play. When I'm in London, I go to Paris like it's from North Philly to South Philly. Like it's from New York to Boston. It's like the world is our playground. We just don't be understanding it. We be so locked into a mindset of the neighborhood. We be so tricked into the neighborhood that even when we still doing good, we still tapping into neighborhood politics. Worried about who gossiping about who this, who got that, who ain't got, what you doing and what you ain't. What is you doing and what you ain't doing? That's what it's about. I don't look at somebody and say, oh, I never look at, listen, this is how I look at it. They spend trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars to market the black people as the most diabolical people in the history of life. They spent a lot of money putting the working on us. I said, damn, we some extraordinary motherfuckers for y'all to do that. We that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to look at everything they did to stop us and how we still can make it happen. See, first of all, we gotta tap into our blackness. You be having people out here trying to move and do this. No. When I walk into YouTube, when I walk into corporate America, when I walk in and do these deals, I'm a black man. Just so happen I'm from the hood. But I'm in here for a reason. I'm in here for life. It's sweet out here. When you gonna start understanding it's sweet out here? We build pyramids with no cranes, and we talking about this. Man, money is the last thing we supposed to worry about. We supposed to worry about creativity. How do we bring new inventions to this world, to the mindset, to the community? That's what it's about. All this other stuff is, listen, man, social media is for marketing, man. All this beefing and going at each other. No, y'all missing the play, man. That's your television station. You're missing the play. When I'm arguing with you, listen, man. If you can do what I can do, if I can see it, I can be it. I'm arguing with you, your mom, your dad went to struggle like me, you made it happen. Damn, that's the blueprint. I gotta watch him. I gotta watch her. I gotta study that. We be getting game and we be hating on it. We be giving each other game and we be hating on it. And when I'm talking about game, I'm talking about guys' attention, motivation, and education. Well, first of all, before you even connect with the game, before you can even get outside, you gotta be able to strip down, look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm him, I'm her. That's the most important thing out of all this. See, because listen, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Motivation ain't enough. This thing is about discipline. Because can I be real with y'all family? Can I be real with y'all family? A lot of y'all gonna leave this room and forgot all the energy that you got today. You're gonna drop it. Tomorrow you're gonna be back to regular life. Who gonna leave this room? Who gonna leave with connections and relationships and network and move around this country and connect with people with different resources, different outlooks? Who gonna do that? That's what it's about. It ain't about walking in the room and just, taking the pictures. That picture shit don't mean that, man. Anybody can take a picture and throw it up. You listen, let me tell you something. Close proximity to success is not success. You only get paid for your performance in this world. When you gonna start performing? When you gonna start turning it up? When you gonna start turning it up? Everything that I wanna do, I do it. I build media. I build it off of the natural hustle, the bravery that say, it's the same thing as you say, hold up, we going out there and take that block, or we going out there and start a block up right here. We gonna start pumping right here. Same thing as business, just start it. Just start it. Understand marketing, understand consumers, understand direct-to-consumers. You gotta understand these things so you can make it happen. All of y'all, everybody in this room that's been in the system is a risk taker. We put everything on the line. We put our life and our freedom on the line for sometimes crumbs, for sometimes nothing. Think about it, man. I wasn't no story. I wasn't no big time dude on the street. I was a petty thief, man. Let's stick up there. I wasn't doing nothing spectacular on the streets. The only thing I knew, damn, Wallo, you had bravery. You was crazy. Just be crazy in corporate America. You gonna win. I had the ability to do some crazy, extreme shit, risk everything and don't think. I said, I ain't thinking in this business shit, I'm just going there. I'll figure this shit out in the process, and then I'll bring the lawyers in and clean this shit up, but I don't know, I'm just gonna go. That's what I do, I lean in this shit. Straight up. Y'all be sitting there panicking, talking about something, I don't wanna do this, what you don't wanna do this, because who gonna talk about you? What do you mean they gonna talk about you? You must all like to go to the penitentiary. That's right. You talking about they gonna talk about you, you better go out here and turn it up. I turn it up on this. Listen, I don't know if y'all know, but see, it's different. Because you know how you had people telling you about what is possible, what can be done, this, that, and the third. Listen, you can't teach what you don't know, and you can't leave what you don't go. But let me tell you something real important. You got a lot of people out here that can get on this stage, people that all walks of life, they get on the stage, they speak about theory. No, I live this shit. I came out of the penitentiary. If you know me, you see me in the middle room when I counted that $1,000 on the bed with my book of life. The same dude that everything that I want in life, I'ma have. The riches I'ma have. The big house I have. I go to Ferrari the other day. Right, get that shit, get it together, man. Give me that one over there too, the red one too. I pop it. Listen. Let me tell you something, black people. Stop letting other black people that's inferior and don't feel so good about yourself telling you not to pop it and not to live the life that you're supposed to live. Fuck that shit. Pop it. Live your life. Live that. While I'm here, let me tell you something. Newsflash, 50 years, 45 years, half of this room, half of the planet will be dead in 50 years. What do you want your legacy to be? The moves I make will secure the futures of the family members I won't be living in me. You hear me? My great-grandbabies. The stage that I'm doing right now, I'm gonna be here forever. How you gonna be here forever? What you gonna do to be here forever? Because you can just be an extra in the game of life. A lot of people chose to be extras. They extras in the game of life. Because when you walk through the cemetery, you don't see them jump off that tombstone. You don't see no excitement, no energy, none of that. Because they just was floating through life. When you gonna stop floating through life? When you gonna be next level? When you gonna be extraordinary? When you gonna turn that shit up? That's what it's about. All this playing. Because listen, Either you gonna listen. Either you gonna be in the Either you gonna be a fan in the stands, or you gonna be on the floor. Get 38 night. What we gonna do? See, because there's two types of people in the stands. You got fans and you got haters. There's enough room, because let me tell you something. You mean to tell me they gave us a computer? We walk around with computers in our pocket? Think about it. Listen, when I was in the cell, I'm in grade 4 penitentiary. My homeboy, rest in peace, my homeboy Nitty from Uptown. He come in my cell, he give me a wireless hotspot and an iPod Touch. I went on that joint, I said, oh. Man, I ain't sleep for days. I came alive. I said, you mean to tell me they got this in the free world? That's the moment I realized there was more people locked up and incarcerated in the free world than it was in the jail. So I come out of here, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I'm gonna give y'all the cheat code. All of us got an idea about something that we want to do or something we want to be, but we're not allowed to be that, because in the black community, we got this list of black things. We got like a list of 10 things that if you don't do these, you're not black no more. We got this thing quick to say, oh, you're so, you ain't, listen, I was having to say, hold up, when I seen that computer, and I'm in a cell with a computer in my hand, I'm like, what the, what? So I got all my notes that I done wrote over the years, because when I used to be in jail, I used to interrogate people about life. So when you come in my cell, I'm like, yo, what's going on out there? They got this thing. We writing it down. Yeah. And I just write stuff down. So when I got the phone, I'm in the iPod Touch, I started doing all this research about life. I'm like, oh, it's sweet out there. I thought that I had something that nobody else on the planet had. I'm like, damn, they don't know about this. I didn't realize everybody on here in the free world had this shit. They was online, but they wasn't doing it. So I said, everybody out here asleep? Everybody worrying about who winning and who not, and Instagram marketing and all this weird shit? I said, okay, I got it. Stay there. I come home, I go to Philadelphia County. I already knew that I had to up on Philly, because in Philly, if y'all don't live in Philly, I'm gonna just talk about my team. In Philly, everybody is two different things. They either thorough or they cool, or you a dick eater. Dick eater mean that you're willing to talk to people that you don't know, that you're willing to grow, that you think outside of the ghetto terms. So I said, cool shit, I ain't never seen nobody in the history of life get cool in the black community but Billy D. Williams. He the only dude that make money off of cool. Tough, them dudes go to jail, get guys, somebody can push them out the way, somebody tougher. Boom. Dicky, that means you talk to people, that means you're a human, that means you connect. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get away from all that. I'm gonna just embrace my corny. Corny mean that corny mean you talk to people. Corny mean you just got this freedom to do what you want. I'm one of the only black men in America to do what I want whenever I want. I don't care what you think about it. That's the thing about it. Dudes still worrying, are you throw what? You throw what? You throw what? I walked in the office in New York City bar school, closed for $30 million in 5 minutes. What's thorough about what you doing and what I'm doing? Let's talk about thorough, because you thorough and tough, but you ain't making that happen. You ain't, I sent my daughter to college, you ain't she gonna get a master now, cash money. What we talking about? What is you doing this thorough? So the whole idea of thorough and cool in our neighborhood, we ain't doing shit but tearing the neighborhood down, and everybody trying to claim thorough and cool and tough. You'll crash on me, money. You don't even see what's really going on in the world, and I'm playing on the global level. What the fuck is we doing? When we gonna start playing on the global level? Like, this shit is out here for us. Everybody in the history of life is emulating us, and we don't get it. We don't get it. You gotta listen. This right here in your pocket, that's a movie production studio, that's a recording studio, that's a clothing manufacturer. Anything you want to do, you can do with that little small little thing in your pocket. But when you gonna get off that joint and stop worried about who went on the trip, who you hating on, who picture you taking all this time sending pictures and videos around other people on Instagram, when you gonna start doing some research and researching your life? Because we getting left behind. When you look at the Asians and the Africans, everybody else coming over here and they like, oh, it's sweet over here. That's how I came out of jail. Like, oh shit, it's sweet over here. They slow. And they tearing this shit up over here. They tearing this shit up. We talking about who we don't like. We on the gram talking about who do we don't like. We on the gram talking about we canceling somebody because they had a free black opinion. You cancel. Ooh, you don't have no power to cancel. You need money and power to cancel somebody. We don't got it. We don't got it. I tell my young boys, as they stay out of jail, they say, wow. I said, let me explain something to you. My folks on the other side told me some real shit. Billionaire boy, he said, wow, well, let me just tell you something important. I said, tell me something important. He said, the people gotta understand something. I said, what they gotta understand? Stay out of them courtrooms. I said, why? He said, power owns the truth. It ain't no such thing as truth. Power owns the truth. They dictate what is truth and what is not. when you don't have the power, it's not, you're not even in the game of any truth in the courtroom. We get power when we come together, we start loving each other. Everybody don't have to be intellectually inclined, you don't have to know power. Everybody don't have to be on the same accord, but we have to understand that we black and we got opportunities and we can do some extraordinary shit. But then we got separations of blackness in our community. We got the better than black. So I went to school, I got an education, I'm smarter than y'all niggas down there. And then you got the other blacks that just be like, we don't connect with y'all, y'all think y'all better fuck y'all. But we gotta understand we all in the pot together, right? We gotta really understand. And then you got the blacks that feel as though I grew up courting, I got money now, fuck y'all. You know how you see the people in our communities that was always invisible when they came up, and now they are trying to fill in the vacancies of their upbringing, and they mad at everybody? Because nobody's seen them in high school, nobody's seen them. There's some weird shit going on. But at the end of the day, one thing I understand, we all family. Every city I go, it's just my family. No matter where I go, they love me. It's my family. I get to play to anybody's house, any zip code. Because I understand who we are. I understand what we playing for is the big picture. One thing you just got to keep close to your heart, close to your mind. 50 years after this world when we dead. 50 years, I'm 47, my grandma 92, she said, hopefully I get there, But think about this, and I want y'all to hold on to this if you don't hold on to shit. Life is a game. You got 4 quarters in life. From birth to 20, quarter 1. And you know, you're young, you're trying to figure it out. From 21 to 40, that's the second quarter. Boom, halftime show. That's the halftime show now. From 41 to 60, that's the third quarter. Some people don't make it out of that quarter alive. Some people don't make it out of that quarter alive. From 61 to 80, that's the fourth quarter, lights out. Listen. Some people make it, listen, some people make it in overtime. My grandma 92 is overtime. But how do we make it? Some people is not gonna make it out of the third quarter because the way we eat, all that sugar and salt shit. The soul food ain't really for the soul. It's being real. That salt and sugar all over that shit. It's being real. So we gotta start thinking about the reality of that. We only got 4 quarters in this game of life, in this one big game. When is you gonna start playing the game to win though? When is you gonna start playing the game that's gonna bring value to your family, the kids, your babies, and all that? Because let me tell you something. Stand up if you're a black man and you was incarcerated. Stand up for me real quick. I'm gonna give y'all some things. Stand up, please. Don't be too cool, stand up. Get quiet, ladies. Stand up. Now bring the noise down, hold up. Bring the conversation down here. I'm gonna tell you something really important. You see all the brothers that was incarcerated? You know what all us did? You know what we did? We built communities, we sent kids to college, we paid for homes. Right. Think about that. We people retirement plans. All of us brothers, we built whole fucking communities, because this is what happened. When we was putting it down and we was giving up that street dedication, white man coming up, going to the farm, excuse me, I like to lease this land. How long? 30 years. Then the trucks come in. Y'all seen it, the 18-wheelers, and they start putting the prison together like Legos. Then they bring us from one prison to another. If you was in the state of Pennsylvania, you seen it go with 27 prisons, and they kept building the new joints. They building the new joints the whole time. We giving them job security, but our moms and them living in Section 8. These white boys with no education, you always see you know the guard that's always there. He there when you go to sleep, he there when you wake up. He pulling in $200,000 on overtime a year. Then his son coming in, when he turned 18, his brother working laundry. They dad was fucking warden. The whole time we walk in the yard thinking it's cool because we dad and son, brothers and cousins. Our family on this side, they family on that side. We losing, they winning. Y'all can sit down, brothers. All because of our street dedication. We lead the women out there. So while we lead the women out there, they putting the program down. That's why we don't even fuck with each other in our community. Hey, but I be seeing dudes like, yo, was we really going at it against women over here? Like, I remember I come home from jail. Listen, there's no bullshit. There's some funny shit, right? I come home from jail. I'm around my young boy. I said, hold up. I see this chick. I'm talking about, man, she was, oh man. You know, I'm fresh out of jail. Y'all know how we be when we out of jail. Like, where the f come from? So we like a block away. I said, no, pull up. I jump out, run down the street, right? He said, oh, we don't do that shit. I said, oh, nephew, I didn't even know they didn't do that shit anymore. So when I'm coming up, she looking at me running up, I'm like, damn, baby, what's up? Like, what's going on? You know, because I'm thinking, I'm looking for my pen and all this weird shit. You know, we used to have a pen back in the day. We had a pen, we fill you, got some pencil pocket, you got your pen, your little piece of paper. I'm thinking about some dated time, but I had the phone with me. So I'm like, damn, what's up? She's like, why you run up on me like that? I said, any right now I'm supposed to run up on you. They don't do this. I didn't know they didn't do this. Because I'm like, I never in my life thought I would see all these women just walk by and don't nobody shoot them no action. What's going on? So we like, oh, we don't do that. I said, you niggas. I said, man, they needed to go ahead and open the door and let about 20,000 motherfuckers out so they come and enjoy this shit out here. I get on the phone with the homeboy. I tell my son, I said, yo, it's fucking crazy out here. He said, what's going on? I said, yo, I ain't never seen no shit. He said, man, they out here, man. You know, almost back there, I said, anybody got Indian in their family? You know, I used to say that about the girl with the hair, because I didn't even know about the weed shit. Like, I ain't know, man. So I'm like, yo, man, I said, this shit's crazy. They 60 acres out there, years. I don't even know how they blend in that shit. The baby hair. I said, when I realized that they could buy the little patches of hair, I was done. My heart was broken, right? But no, the reality of it, how they separated us. They put the marketing and the packages down and separate us, and we hate each other. And it's like, there's so many thorough people. I be running into thorough people all around the world, and I be like, especially us. And I be like, how the fuck y'all ain't connected? Y'all in the same city? Y'all beefing? What y'all beefing about? Y'all beefing about some shit happened in 79, about some corner shit? Like, we still consist, like, where the fuck no planet we on? We still beefing with dudes about a street corner? Where nobody mom even owned a crib on that joint? And for the houses that was owned, as soon as Big Mama died, y'all sold them. So who we are, you weren't even a part of that neighborhood. You be having dudes move out the neighborhood, then come back down the neighborhood to be on dumb shit. You're not even allowed to be back down on some dumb shit. You don't even live here, son. But think about who we are, think about where we came from, and think about, listen man, when y'all see me, wherever social media, y'all see me on the TV, y'all see me, wherever y'all see me, right? I'm representing the people that the world forgot about. When I'm in these buildings, I'm letting these people know there's more Wallos. I'm just an example with the possibilities after prison. Everywhere I go, people be like, no, why you don't let, you know, people, you still talking about jail. No, I gotta let them know. Just in case if you just come and see me for the first time, I gotta let you know, yeah, I was in jail. I came from jail. I learned from jail. I learned around some old heads. I came up, because I gotta let them know the possibilities of us when we're given a chance. I just was given a chance, and I took advantage of it. But think about how many greater people that we got coming from behind the walls that's out here in this audience now. You gotta really snap in, lock into who we are, lock into where we can be, but you gotta understand this, you gotta be real with yourself. You gotta say, look in that mirror and say, who am I, who I wanna be, and how do I get there? You gotta do that shit every day. And you gotta write your list, or your list of where you wanna go, because if you ain't got no list, you walking outside every day freestyling. What the fuck you come outside for? You don't even got a list of where you trying to go at. Think about that. Or is you just freestyling to pay these bills, and that, man, listen, it's bigger than the bills. You'll figure that out later on in life. But how do you make moves and how do you get where you want to be at? Listen, we some extraordinary people, man. They don't hate on us around the world for nothing. You notice everybody only worried about the black American. Oh, what the fuck you worried about me for? I live in the ghetto, man, rolling up some fucking Reggie Ray, drinking 40 or some shit. We some bad man. How you want to steal anything from us but you hate us? Think about that shit. The marketing, they put the tear us down in every way. They still spending money to tear us down on using platforms to pay to tear us down, and we oblivious to the shit. That's how extraordinary it is. But we gotta do something real important. We gotta start loving us more. And I'm gonna tell y'all something that nobody ever told y'all this. I love y'all today, I love y'all tomorrow, I love y'all forever. Y'all my peoples. We gonna make it, we gonna make this shit happen. And I'm gonna keep being proof, a concept that everything is possible. I sat in that cell 20, I did 5 before that. I spent most of my life on this planet incarcerated inside of cells, inside of institutions where I'm so institutionalized, that's another story. But I'm just living proof of what we can be, what we can become, and what's waiting for us. And we start waking up every day and turning that shit up. I'm in a room filled with winners that didn't go after their dreams yet. That's right. Start going after your dream and see that shit. Don't just listen. The dream is not no thing you talk. You don't take the dream on a date. You don't kick it with a date. You don't text the dream. You make love to the dream. You marry the dream. Yeah. You gotta marry this shit.
In that order.
And you gotta go at it every day. Don't worry about the family member that's telling you you're doing too much. Stop asking people for advice that never did the shit you you're trying to get into. Love, let me tell you something. Love and business is two different things. Your mom worked in that place for 30 years, and in fact, you don't know nothing about business. Stop asking her stuff. Stop asking your uncle and your pop. They there for love. They there when you're going through something, you're hurt, you might need to talk. They're not there to talk about dreams. Stop asking people about dreams that been clipped their wings off. They're afraid to fly. I love y'all, you hear me? He walked up and I said, this boy ain't see a way he ain't liking y'all. Look at you. This boy hustling for TV. He just hustling.
Yo. We visit each other. We look at our conferences like reunions. Is that right? Because we see each other at conferences. It's always good to see each other healthy and everybody's looking good. And it's always at a conference. And oftentimes, again, we are on the menu. Right? They're talking about us and the work that we do, but they're not talking to us. And they're not talking with us. And so I wanted to give every city up here an opportunity to be heard about the work that they're doing in their city, respectfully, briefly, so that everybody can understand. At Pull Up the Peace, we share the stage.
That's right.
Okay, with our comrades.
Frontliners. I've been doing this work pretty much my whole life, being born in the nation. At a certain point, we was going hood to hood, block to block, and my manager, shout out the black woman, because the black man can be rock-headed. Go ahead, shout out the black woman. But she was telling me, and shout out my brother, wait for the dude, gender wars, but she was telling me, hey, listen, brother, you keep doing the work, but you got to get your business and your paperwork together because you're doing the work, but it's funding out here for you to get, paid to be able to continue doing the work. And I kept saying, I'm gonna get to it. I was taking forever, and she finally sat me down with her people and got my paperwork together. I'm saying that because, praise be to the Most High, while we was doing the work for free, ending gang wars, stopping brothers from blowing each other heads off, there was individuals that was in those areas that was going down to the state and taking our documented work and using it to get funding, right? So once we finally became established as a nonprofit, brothers from the streets was walking into these other organizations that they was working for, and the owners of the organizations were saying, hey, the Unity Movement not paying you, and you coming in here wearing their merch and wearing their hats, you understand what I'm saying? They not paying you and you repping them. And the brothers were coming back telling me like, hey, I told them, man, this our movement, this is what we started, I'm gonna wear whatever I want, right? Some of these brothers down here, and then by God's grace, we continue to do the work. I just wanna thank our brother A.T. Mitchell, man, make some noise for him, man. I could go on over what we're doing, but I appreciate this brother because he saw the work that we was doing. We was connected to another brother, and he did everything in his power to make sure that our movement could be down here, man. Made sure we was housed, made sure we got down here. And the biggest thing at the end of the day is, at the end of the day, we all we got, man. Big unity. We can talk, big unity, but if we don't find a way to come together and stand alongside each other after we leave these rooms, we just playing games, man. So y'all, big unity.
Subscribe.
Look, this is the Eye of the Trenches.